Alright folks, so the ICC T20 World Cup has finally come to an end, and this time your champion team is once again Team India. Congratulations Team India for your brilliant, outstanding, phenomenal performance throughout this tournament and eventually, getting the title. I think that is probably third consecutive ICC title and the second consecutive T20 World Cup. I mean, incredible. That is something out of my word. Simply massive achievement. So I mean, they deserve every bit of entertainment, recognition, celebration, whatever you call it. They thoroughly deserve it. Simply the best team that has come out being the champion. And so talking about final, obviously we all as a crowd, as a fan, that we wanted to actually have a cracker of a final because both the teams are very, very strong on their day, and India has been outstanding throughout the tournament. If we talk about, they have had one game probably they didn't play well, and if you minus that game, they have played superb. On the other side, New Zealand has been also playing tremendous cricket, and their previous bilateral series against India, in India they were also champion. So seeing both the teams in the final, as a fan, I was personally very happy, and knowing the fact that it's going to be very, very competitive. But it wasn't the case in the grand finale. Unfortunately, New Zealand couldn't really show any sort of resistance, and they were just outplayed in all three departments in the grand finale with the mighty India. And if I really do the post-mortem of their entire innings, batting and bowling from the New Zealand side, there will be a lot of things that I could actually bring as the reasons of losing this vital match. I personally wanted some sort of diversity in the game, because we have been seeing India is always being the champion. They're literally giving no chances to the other team. They have been just tremendous team altogether. If you talk about ODI, T20, in white ball cricket, they have been unstoppable, and they're also brilliant in Test cricket, right? So we as a fan wanted to see this game is competitive, right? The other teams also need to come forward and show their guts, and to prove also that it's not just one team always being the champion. The others also have to come to the party and play exciting game of cricket. And especially the caliber of the New Zealand team, anyone would have expected that New Zealand will hold the title this time, but that didn't happen. So very unfortunate for the New Zealand fans' point of view. I, as a cricket fan, I would love to see actually always competition in the game, and I definitely love a lot of Indian players and Indian cricket in general, because the way they play, especially white ball cricket, that is something out of my imagination. It's to the next level. So I think it is a really top-notch performance from Team India, and they thoroughly deserve every bit of it. And as I've said, very disappointing from New Zealand point of view. If I talk about few reasons why they have actually lost the match, firstly, I've got to say that the captaincy was just poor. I'm sorry, Mitchell Starner. I've got to say it. He was having no clue, to be honest. I know he's a very good player, very handy all-rounder, been scoring good runs in this campaign, but in the final match, right from the word go, he actually lost his courage, his plans. He was looking clueless right from the first ball was bowled. As a captain, he didn't seem to be aggressive, well planned, or you have to have certain goals, right? When you're going into the ground in a big match, especially having an opponent like India, you have to plan your A game. And look at him, what he's done. Winning the toss was very important, very crucial in a final match. And then he luckily won the toss, but he decided to bowl first. And look at the opposition, it's India. Been scoring over 250 in all their previous matches, and in their batting part, almost every players are having the form of their lives. And he was just too dare to actually put them bat first. And look what Team India has done. Scored a heavy, almost nearly impossible total 250 in a final game, or such a heavy total. It is always going to be huge pressure for the chasing team, because in the final game scoreboard has always a huge pressure, right? So I don't know what was going through in his mind as a captain, Mitchell Starc. I would say Team New Zealand didn't really bat well. Obviously what they have been doing in the previous matches, they have been playing brilliant and they were batting superb, especially the top order with Finn Allen, scoring centuries, having few 50s, and then Seaford and the other players down the order. They have Santner, and they have Daryl Mitchell. They have been scoring runs, but in this particular final game, most of them, they just failed miserably. And so batting wasn't great at all, wasn't characteristic as far as New Zealand team is concerned. But then again, the brutal or the suicidal mistake has been committed by their captain Mitchell Santner, winning the toss and going to bowl first. If we talk about the Indian openers, Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson, both the players, they like the ball to come onto the bat. They like pace on the ball, so they just go after it and scores easily, right? But what he has done, I mean, Mitchell Santner, first over was bowled by Matt Henry, was very economical. Then he brought in probably off spinner, and also bowled very well. And then he started to change the bowling. Almost every over he got a new bowler. When Matt Henry bowled the first over beautifully, he was supposed to get the second or third over in a row, because these two players, Abhishek Sharma and Sanju, even the other guy, middle order, Tilak Burma and Ishan Kishan, these guys, they are very good in handling pace. If you look their first 4 overs of the power play, New Zealand were nowhere in the game. They actually literally lost the game there. In one stage, India ended up their power play almost very close to 100 runs. Imagine, in 6 overs, if a team scored 100 and then having no loss without any wicket fall, then what do you expect? And if you talk about the batting depth of Indian team, their number 8 also can bat very good. Hardik Pandya, Shibam Dube, look at their batting, and their captain is Sky. Everybody is capable of hitting sixes and scoring over 200 strike rate. As I said, the New Zealand team captain was clueless, so he couldn't really manage his bowling team, his troops, and eventually, giving the chance to the Indian batters, scoring heavily, massively. And then obviously what was supposed to happen when you are going to chase and look at your scoreboard, you see in a final you are about to chase 250, you almost having some sort of doubt within yourself, because chasing is always a pressure, right? You always got to see what is the run rate required at the moment, and then you play accordingly. And that's also in a final game, playing in front of 100,000 people. It is not a joke, it is not a matter of fun. But who is guilty for that? It is absolutely entirely their captain. If New Zealand would have batted first, even they scored like 200, 180, still would have been very challenging for Team India, because they were struggling a bit, if you see, in the middle when it comes to chase. And especially in a final match, there is always huge pressure, right? Even though they are a very good side batting wise, but then again, India literally had the match in their pocket when they started to bat, and they batted flawlessly. So hats off to Team India, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, and all the Indian boys. You guys really nailed it, and I would say it is once again pure dominance. And tough luck New Zealand, you guys were outstanding throughout the tournament, but in the final game it was never good enough. So yeah, tough luck this time. Hopefully you come back whenever you have a chance once more. You will make it count and take it home. Cheers.